going from 1 to 5 to 7 doesn't seem fast to me. It seems slow because I've started surrounding myself around the people who are much faster and growing at a much faster rate. So with real estate, yeah, I got the first building. I started building my network and learning, right? So podcasts, coaching. I tried to find like a real estate development mentor. There's not a lot of real estate development coaching out there. The real estate developers do so well. They're so large. They don't typically have the time to do that, right? It's just maybe in retirement, but not while they're actively doing it. So that's kind of hard thing to find.
And it's
so
such a weird business because the value of most businesses is in the operational cash flow, like dentistry or a gym or a restaurant, or literally anything. But in commercial real estate, I mean, the value of the business and the assets, and those are all like independently owned and operated. You know what I mean? And so it's just, yeah, it doesn't fit into these like nice, neat boxes that a lot of other businesses fit into.
It does not. So I found a real estate mentor. That was part of it. Listened to a lot of David Phelps. There were a couple other real estate podcasts I listened to a lot too. And then I started networking with all the local folks I could find. So like the largest tax owner, and I haven't confirmed this, but what I've heard, the largest taxpayer in Washington State isn't Bill Gates. It's a local real estate developer in Spokane. And he's probably like I think he's in his mid 80s now, right? So he's had a long history of doing things, but
wow.
Learning from guys like that.
He can't be worth more than Bill Gates, right? He just maybe makes more income on paper.
Yeah. Taxes. I wouldn't say more. Yep. So, just kind of learning from those folks, learning from brokers in town, right? Learning from bankers in town. All the stakeholders in the industry, just gathering information on how they view things. So when you're talking to bankers, you understand how they look at a problem. You talk to the broker, how do they look at the problem? You talk to the developer, how do they look at it? You talk to the contractor, how do they look at it? And once you gather information from all these different sources and then filter it through your own strengths, your own passions, your own vision, then clarity finally comes, right? This is what I want to do. And sometimes I just kind of dink around and try things. So, I did like an apartment syndication, right? From what I thought was probably the fastest growing, largest apartment syndicator, right? Like I wanted to see successful systems from the inside, right? So
what do you mean you did a syndication with him? Like you invested or you were involved on the GP side or what?
Just LP, just learn, right?
Okay.
Like what does the process look like? What do the contracts look like, right? So it wasn't just an investment for me, it was an investment in learning. Same on self-storage. I found like a self-storage a company that I really liked, and I wanted to learn what their process looked like from the inside. And then so then I did a syndication with the local syndicator. What does their process look like, right? Compare the national people to the local people, right? And just gathering information. So for me, I will sacrifice, to me, the number one thing is learning, right? It's not the investment itself. So most people, when they look at syndication investments, this, Austin, right? You look at, number one, the operator, like who is this person? What's their experience? Do I trust them? Do I like their vision? Number two, like non-recourse, like, okay, I might lose the money I invest, but I don't want to lose anything else, right?
More, yeah.
And then you start looking at the deals. Well, maybe I'm a little different in this. For me, it's like, I'm throwing like, who can I learn from up in the top there,